Hey, what is up you guys? My name is Reverso and today I'm going to help you guys out to get more subscribers, get a bigger audience and a few of the fundamental things that you need to focus on in order to grow your channel a little bit better. About myself, my name is Reverso, I'm doing mobile games and I currently got 17,000 subscribers as of today. I already had it like a couple of days ago, but it doesn't matter. That's what I'm having right now. It basically means that I know what I'm doing. With my channel growth over the last year, I got the credibility to help other YouTubers like yourself out there who are either just getting started, are stuck at a certain milestone, are not really progressing and just in general want tips or want to refresh themselves about a few of the fundamental things that you need to know in order to grow your channel. That's a great catchline, by the way. So I started off YouTube in December 2013, that is a little bit like more than a year ago, just before the new year. It's been a year of experimenting, roller coasters, figuring out stuff, most importantly failure and success. That's what we're going to be talking about. So before we get started, I would highly encourage you to get a pencil and a paper or get your notepad up So the best way to learn something from this video is to write stuff down, because if you're writing stuff down unconsciously, you're going to be absorbing half of the information better than just listening. If you think this is bullshit, then okay, you probably won't even listen to what I have to say after half of the time, but that is just my tip to you guys. Just write down whatever I'm saying. Also, I just would highly encourage you guys not to watch the actual gameplay footage on the video, because if you want to find this video again, by the way, just bookmark it so that way you can rewatch this, because I can guarantee you that some of the information that I'm about to tell you guys, based off my experience, cannot be found in any other video, because it's my experience, So if you think this video was informational, make sure you smack that like button. And if this video helped you out in any way, shape or form, let me know how it helped you out in the comment section, okay? So for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk to you as if you only got a few subscribers, or a couple of hundred, or less, or under 1,000, or maybe even 5,000 or something like that, and you don't really know anymore how to improve yourself in order to get better. So, let's get started. So first, we're going to be starting with the basics. This is a video for beginners on YouTube, so we're starting off with the basics. And by the basics, I mean, I'm probably going to tell you guys a couple of things here and there that you can already find on a lot of channels anyway. And that's the informational stuff about how to become a YouTuber and equipment and stuff like that. But I got my own twist about it, so let's get into this. After that, of course, I'm going to be talking about the more advanced stuff, like psychological stuff, mindset, what you need to take into consideration, and it will help you out on several fronts as well. So, the basics. Getting started. Don't copy other people. That is my main tip. Don't copy other people. Get your own identity. When you're starting off YouTube, at first you're gonna suck. Deal with it, you get better. YouTube is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Don't get hasty, don't compare your channel to other people. I'll get back to that a little bit later as well, but know who you are as a YouTuber, know what people will be coming back for. For my channel, it's very simple. I'm doing mobile gaming. You might laugh, I don't care, I really don't care. I'm covering only mobile games, playing those games, because I just love logging into the game, doing my own stuff, making a video, and it's all cool, it's all good. The reason why I'm not doing games like the mainstream, like Minecraft or of Call of Duty or something like that, because it's not healthy for my channel to do that. 75% of the people who are subscribed to my channel cannot relate to that kind of content, because they are not owning that console or something like that. So if I'm doing games like those, it will be damaging my channel. So for those of you guys who are already having a YouTube channel and you're doing one game on PC, the other one on PlayStation, the other one on a DS, that is stupid. Like, cut off one or two of them and stick to one thing. A lot of you guys have troubles deciding what you should be doing, or what kind of content you should be what you should be uploading. Well, first of all, make a list. Don't go out of your way to copy, other people exactly, but make a list. Like, what kind of stuff, like when you're starting off YouTube, you got an idea, right, about what you want to be making content on. You don't need other people to tell you what kind of videos you should be making. That is stupid. Like, honestly, think about it, like for a second, just a second. Why should you ask other people what kind of videos you should make? You're the video creator. You better think of some ideas, because that is what YouTubers do. YouTubers come up with the ideas. A YouTube slogan is called broadcast yourself. It's not like ask other people what I should be making. Otherwise they should be making it, right? So Make your own ideas, make stuff that you like. Of course, it is okay to ask your audience if they like this idea better or this idea. Should I be doing this or should I be doing this? That is gonna be okay, that is alright, but don't ask from blank, like, what kind of game you guys would like me to play? That is stupid, like 98% of the people are doing. It is not working. Don't drop your channel either. You know, there's so much things that are people are doing wrong. Another thing, if you already got the channel, and you got a substantial amount of subscribers. Like, I know people with 10,000 subscribers and they only get like 200 views on a video. Normally, if you're watching at that, you're getting depressed, right? Because you had 10,000 subscribers. Somewhere among those lines, people subscribe to your channel and right now they're not even really watching anymore. That really kind of sucks. Well, I don't think it sucks. I honestly would be motivated if I had that. You know why that is? The reason why that is people liked you enough at a certain point where they're like, you know, okay, I like this guy enough. Let's just sign up for getting more content from his side. So there might be a chance that they're coming back. So starting off a new YouTube channel, stop doing that. There's people out there doing it 7 times in a year and they're still at 300 subscribers. Like, get out, man. Start, you know, focus on your main channel and build from there. You're not having anything. It's okay to start over, but you're not going to be growing, okay? So that is one thing on yourself. What I want to be talking about is equipment for a change as well, because equipment is also pretty important. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because there's a ton of videos out there that can explain this bit better than I can. But I do got a few pointers for you guys. So number one is make sure that your videos in this day and age are always in HD. Like 720 is the minimum. Like, it's okay to go above there, but not below that. People are gonna whine about it. You don't want people to whine on your comment section. So get to it, okay? Number two is get a microphone. If you're doing gaming channels, then you probably want people to listen to what you have to say, because if you're doing a walkthrough channel, this video is probably not even going to be for you. But if you got a microphone, people can hear you. People are saying bullshit like get a Blue Yeti, get a Snowball. You know, those microphones are okay, but they're a bit pricey for most of us. But you can get the same effect with a $20 microphone for sure. If you don't equalize your sound at all, despite having a Blue Yeti or Snowball, you can make a $20 microphone sound better than a Blue Yeti or Snowball. I'll actually leave a link in the video description to one of those videos. That way you guys can go ahead and do it for free. But still, you need the microphone, so it's $20 or something like that. Don't use a headset, by the way. Use a standalone microphone. Like, a headset will drop the quality of your microphone because it's based off hearing and I don't know, voice of receive, and I don't know. Just get a standalone microphone, will ya? Of course, after getting yourself a microphone, there's also editing software. Make sure that your video is edited. Like, make sure to cut out what's unnecessary. I don't want to see a waiting screen for 20 minutes, 20 seconds because the game is loading and you're desperately trying to talk over it. Just make little cuts and start commentating from it. And if something is bad, just cut it out as well. You know, it's very easy to do. There's a lot of tutorials on there. And also, if you don't have any editing software at all, just Google free editing software. Or just look for tutorials on YouTube. There's plenty of people who explain it. And for crying out loud, we got the internet. It is the source where you can find stuff. I remember, like, people crafting the wheel didn't have internet about how they can actually go ahead and craft the wheel. They needed to invent that. So YouTube is a creative website. Get creative. Don't be lazy. Do the stuff you need to be doing. That's another point. If you're not willing to spend the time doing the necessary, stop doing YouTube right now, because you're not going to grow bigger than you are right now. If you think you're doing fine, trust me, you're not, because you can always improve. YouTube is a site where sky isn't even the limit. It goes beyond the sky. So, you know, don't act as if something is the limit when you can go above that limit. So just always aim for something a little bit more than you can, okay? Next thing I want to be saying is there's a lot of questions that I'm getting about what my setup is. I'm also going to leave I'm also going to be leaving that in the video description down below. I actually have a video that I made about all of my programs that I'm using and stuff like that. You can go ahead and watch that video. It's actually pretty interesting as well. So make sure you go ahead and check that out for yourself. And the last thing I want to be talking about in terms of getting started on YouTube, background music can actually make your videos a lot better. There are 3 sources that I've always been using. The first one is No Copyright Sounds, is exactly what it says. No copyrighted sounds. Number 2 is OC Remix. OC Remix is mostly of gaming music that's being remixed and stuff like that. Sounds pretty cool if you're a Nintendo or PlayStation or Xbox channel or PC channel or gaming channel. So make sure you use that as well. And Kevin MacLeod, I'm not sure if Incompetech.com. Those will also be linked in the video description down below. I've been abusing them on my channel from day one basically, so they really have good music in there. Just make sure that your background music is always lower than your actual voice, because that can also be an issue, but once again there's tutorials on that. So there's a whole bunch of technical stuff on how to get a layout, profile picture, intros. Not important at all for this video. You're trying to get started, you're trying to get yourself out there. That is all stuff that comes after that. But anyway, just watch my intro, okay? A link to the intro creator will be provided in the video description down below as well. And there's also, just in case you really want an intro, there's also this channel from Velosofi. He's actually making a lot of templates, really cool ones as well, but a lot of people are using them. But you know, it's okay, you know, it's alright, you know. So go ahead and check that out as well. That will also be linked in the video description. There's a lot of info in the video description. I'm not going to keep on repeating it. So that being said, I also need a little break because, you know, my throat was getting kind of dry. So that is the beginning part, that is the basic, that is what you need to know in order to get started on YouTube. Now let's talk about the more advanced stuff, that is more psychological, a few things that you should take into consideration, and mostly my experience is gonna be talking here. So how did I get to 17,000 subscribers? Because you're probably curious about that, because it didn't happen out of nowhere. I worked my ass off in order to make it up there where I am right now. And I'm still not satisfied because I know that I can potentially grow even further. But this is the type of persona that I am. I'm very ambitious, I have a lot of goals, I always want to make sure that I reach something. I have a lot of motivation because I know I can make it up there, and I basically have a why as why I'm doing YouTube. I always set goals. Is very important as well. I've been setting goals since 100 subscribers. I was like, if 100 people like my channel, I'm pretty sure 500 people can like it. I'm sure that 1,000 people can like it. 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, and eventually 15,000. And this year I want to be getting up to 100,000. So I keep on setting goals, and even if you don't meet them within the deadlines that you've been set, it is okay if you meet halfway, you know. But don't get lazy. Those goals are your holy Bible on YouTube on where to work for, you know. It is your guideline. It is something that you're working for. So make sure you set those goals. Another thing that I never did was making excuses, you know. Excuses in the sense of, I cannot do this because my recording broke. I cannot do this because my PC broke. Of course, sometimes it happens, but I always made sure that I got it done eventually anyway. Like, my excuses were not excuses in the sense of, I'm not gonna be doing it. It were excuses in the sense of actually doing it and getting it done later. I'm more talking in the context of excuses why you should not be doing stuff that you want to be doing, but you feel stuff is like people are not going to be liking it, or someone else have already been doing that. Those kinds of excuses, don't do those excuses, because it's not really gonna be growing your channel. Another thing that I always did was self-criticizing. I was always thinking to myself, like, would I watch my own video, yes or no? And I got a pretty high standard when it comes down to that. I believe that I deleted about at least 60% of all of the footage that I got. And mind you, I got over 700 videos on my channel, so I think that already says a lot about myself. I'm self-criticizing myself every single time, especially in the beginning of YouTube. I kept on being like, you know, oh, this wasn't good, so I redid the entire video. You know, don't do that. You know, you're bad at the beginning, so it's okay to make mistakes. You got nothing. You got literally nothing to lose. And if you made that mistakes, if you're still gaining subscribers, hey, that means that people still like you good enough that they are not unsubscribing to you. So that is one thing on itself. I always try to make sure to learn from my mistakes as well. If I make mistakes, I write them down. I'll try to get them out of my system so that way I can actually work on making better content. I always expanded my comfort zone. I always tried new stuff in order to improve my channel, like for example, I didn't do collaborations until much later on, because I was kind of afraid that, you know, it wasn't going to go well. Eventually it turned out to be the best thing ever, but I'll get back to that a little bit later. I always wanted to make sure that I wanted to learn, because if you want to be learning, you can always, you know, get better. That way you can make your goals happen, you get more motivated, you get more happy, and last but not least, always stay humble about whatever you're achieving. You know, don't go like going on the roofs and telling everybody like, hey, I got 1 million views on this video. You know, nobody cares. PewDiePie got 1 million views times 12 every single day. You know, people will always be able to do better. Just make sure you stay humble about your achievements and stuff like that. It is okay to be happy about the achievements, but never be completely satisfied. That is my tip to you guys. So being humble, you know, is a very important subject, and I actually want to dedicate some time about that, because YouTube is all about interaction with your audience. Your audience that you're having right now, even if it's 500 subs, going back to the story of the guy with 10,000 subscribers who are getting 200 views on his video, he's not happy with his channel. But keep in mind, at least 200 people are still watching his videos. That is 200 people. That is, if you're filling a street with 200 people, your street is filled up completely. But some of you guys obviously, you know, are not happy with that, which is understandable. I can kind of imagine that, but I would be happy still. So, you know, let's talk about building an audience first before we get back into that, okay? So, a few pointers that I want to make in order to grow your channel is, first of all, have consistency in what you're doing as in uploading. Make sure that your audience knows whenever you're going to bring out a video. You can put in the description or something like that, like, hey, I'm making videos on this and this and this time, or in your about section on videos, or announce it in your video. Don't be like, rate, comment, subscribe, please rate, comment, subscribe, because that's stupid. It's unoriginal. 95% of the people are doing it. It's not fun to listen to, because I literally get annoyed even if channels with 200,000 subscribers are doing it. Do it in a more smart way. Be like, hey, thank you so much for liking this video if you liked it. I would truly appreciate if you left a comment if you really enjoyed the video. And as always, you know, subscribe to the channel if you want to be seeing more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. You know, that's whole different. That's much different than please rate, comment, subscribe. So that is already connecting with your audience, because connection is very important. If you don't have a connection with your audience, you're lucky if you're finding subscribers. I'm honest with you guys. Also, a few don'ts when it comes down to getting your channel out there is asking for shoutouts. Bullshit. You know, if I give someone a shout out, sure, people are gonna subscribe to his channel. They're not gonna watch. That is the point of the matter. I gave so many people shout outs. Maybe 1% of my viewers are still watching their videos. Of course, unless they did something with the shoutout, that's a different story. But then again, still only 5 to 10% of the people from my shoutouts are gonna be watching their videos. That is the same thing with doing giveaways and stuff like that. You know, don't even think about that first. First, like, focus on improving yourself, for crying out loud. Focus on improving yourself first, and then from that point on forward, start building towards something bigger. Sub for sub, don't do that. It's gonna be banned on my channel. You know, marketing yourself goes a long way. I marketed my own channel very much differently than a lot of people out there. I actually did a lot of... I'm gonna tell you how I marketed my channel. I actually wrote on forums like, hey, check out my videos. But I always made sure that it didn't look like that I wanted people to, hey, check out my videos because they're all amazing stuff. No, I always ask people like, hey, can I, like, listen, you can actually use this and it works perfectly, like, I can guarantee. Write this down. So like a conversation should be like, hey, what is up, banana guy? Or something like that in context. Like, you're seeing them comment on another YouTuber's channel and or their videos, and you go to their channel and you go to the discussion tab or something like that, and you basically make a message like, hey, what is up, bro? And then usually they see a notification, and that means that they saw your message if they respond back, and they're gonna be like, yo, what's up? And then it's like, then you tell your story. You'll be like, listen, I saw you commenting on the other person's YouTube channel, and I was wondering if you could spare me like 2 minutes of your time to give me feedback on my video, because I'm trying to improve my videos, and I saw you like this video, so could you please tell me what you like in my video? I would really appreciate that. That is so much different than being like, yo, can you please rate, comment, subscribe? Yo, homeboy, I am a rapper, 19 years old, I'm trying to make it big on YouTube, and please give me a like, give me a subscription, check out my content, subscribe to my Instagram, my Twitter, my Twitch. You know, don't do that kind of stuff, because it's not working. It is not going to work. It is never going to work. It never did work. Of course, there's people with channels out there with so many subscribers who did it through sub to sub, but that's not really going to get you an audience ever. You know, you want to be interacting with your audience. So you got to be connecting with people. You got to be getting, you gotta be staying humble at all times. You gotta be connecting to people. You gotta give the people a feeling that you're there as a person. Also, comment section commenting, respond to people. Give them a feeling they're actually, you know, being appreciated. You know, giving the audience a feeling of appreciation is so much better than just being like, you know, ignoring them. If people are too cool to respond in the comment section, you know, you're not cool at all. And I'm trying to. I know that I don't always do it, but I'm literally getting over 500 comments on a daily basis, so I cannot respond to everything. But I'm still trying my or 500 is maybe exaggerated, but at least like 200 to 100. And that's sometimes pretty hard to go through, you know. So that is another thing. Another thing that a lot of people are doing that I wouldn't advise you to do is wanting to go too fast. Like, you cannot do the same stuff, and you cannot afford to do the same stuff as a PewDiePie is doing. You simply cannot do that. You cannot be strange, funny, and weird like him. You first gotta earn some belief from the people. Of course, if your channel is like that, that is okay, but you probably don't need my help. This is really for the people that are trying to grow their channels, and that's just, you know, that is just the way to go. Now, if you really want to be growing your channel, and you got like 200 subs or something like that, go try to find people who are doing the same type of content as you are and collaborate with them. Because collaborations, you know what collaborations are doing? You basically make a video, you both make a video, and you both upload it, linking to each other, means both audiences are gonna find each other. And what you're saying in the video is like this: yo, I did this commentary with Bantam. He's a crazy good guy. I like his commentary so much. Or not even that. What should you say? Yo, if you like the collaboration, what I did with Bantam, you definitely want to be checking out Bantam, and give each other shoutouts, like in the video itself. Like, if you want to see this person's perspective, make sure you check his video, you know, and make sure you do them together. And that helped me out tremendously. Me and Bantam, me and Bootramp, like, there are bigger YouTubers out there. Bantam is reaching 10,000 subscribers pretty soon. He's gonna be making it up there. Bootramp is at 50,000 subscribers, and we go way back when we had like 4,000 subscribers. Of course, he's way bigger than I am right now, but what I'm trying to say is collaborations are great because A, you're making YouTube friends, B, both audiences are gonna be appreciating each other, and C, a lot of the times people are really liking those videos. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people like collaborations, but make sure that you guys aren't boring. Make sure you got something to talk about. Collaborations are the way to go in order to make it up there on YouTube. So there's like two more things that I want to be talking about before we go into wrapping this video off here. The first thing is about, I'm not sure if I already talked about this because I'm going through the list, but this is so important, I just want to mention it again if I haven't already. It is about, you know, ideas, because, you know, people, no, I haven't talked about this. You know, people are having ideas, and literally everything on YouTube has been done already. Everything on YouTube has been done already. I'm not sure if I did this already or talked about this, I don't care. Literally everything on YouTube has been done already. Like, when it comes down to, I'm doing this series on Clash of Clans right now, where I'm getting from 0 trophies to the highest league up there. You guys can relate if you're a gaming channel, but I'm getting from 0 to hero, basically. And a lot of people have already been doing that, and then I'm getting comments like, you know, this YouTuber have already been doing that. So what? Does that mean that I cannot do it? You know, a lot of people make excuses not to do something because other YouTubers are already doing that. You should not be doing that if you know that you're gonna bring things in a different way. And don't be discouraged, you know. If you got haters out there, you know, on your channel, you know, they're just trying to bring you down. You always will have haters. You will always have the one dislike on your YouTube channels from that one hater. you know, but that's gonna be okay. If you're gonna be staying awake for that one dislike, you know, you better stop YouTube right now, because you're gonna end up in a mental institute, because you cannot take it anymore. You know, people will always dislike your stuff. You cannot always satisfy everyone, but as long as you're happy doing YouTube, it's going to, you know, really work out for you anyway. So the last thing I want to mention before we're going to be wrapping this one up is just one message, just food of thought really. You know, you gotta make sure to fill yourself to success. And that comes out of, like, I'm from a business background. I learned this a lot. Like, fill yourself to success. Keep on messing up, keep on falling down, but keep standing up and keep on going. Don't let anything let you back down. You know, the fact of the matter is, you didn't learn how to ride a bike or anything like that. You didn't learn how to talk in a day. Everything requires time. You gotta be giving yourself that time. Do you think that Messi or Ronaldo or Michael Jordan didn't suck at one point? They sucked so hard that, you know, they probably had many moments in their careers where they wanted to be stopping. But look where they are right now. That is because they kept on going, they kept on working hard. Just because they're superstars right now and talented doesn't mean that they don't have to work hard. And it's the same thing with a PewDiePie or KSI or any of the big YouTubers out there. Those people are working so hard for the videos. It might not look like it because it seems so simple, but you gotta understand what happens in those backgrounds. Those people are spending tens of hours, spending hours and hours editing their videos. That's the stuff that you guys don't see, but that's the world that you're getting yourself into. If you're not willing to prioritize your goals for YouTube, then you might as well stop. And that is really what I wanted to say. Like, if you don't want to sacrifice whatever it takes, like the moment you step into YouTube on a serious level, YouTube is going to be a big part of your life. And the question is, do you want that to happen, yes or no? That is all part of your comfort zone. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, nothing's going to be changing. Results don't happen until you make change. Because day in, day out, people are doing the same thing over and over and over again. And they're expecting that something's gonna be changing. They're gonna be expecting that something's gonna be better. But it really is not gonna be better until you make change. So you're gonna get the same results if you keep making the same steps. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get comfortable in the stuff that you're doing right now. That's going to basically be wrapping this one up. This was a really long talk of half an hour. I hope you guys get something out of this, you know. Feel free to share this with anyone that you think this will help you with or help them with. I don't really care. I'm done with talking. I'm talking for way too much. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still around, you know, I really appreciate that you took the time to listen to my speech on how to focus on getting a little bit better on YouTube. It was a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that being said, thank you so much for watching. This has been Reversal. I'm going to be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.